Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hookster Talks. It's a very different Hookster Talks this time. Yes, finally the authorities have caught up with me. No, it's okay, not my local constabulary. But it's time for the Hookster to receive his first COVID shot. And I thought that I'd take you with me on the journey because I've been watching other people with their YouTube videos and I thought I'd cash in on it as well. So yes, it's time for me to grab my thermometer and to get my cup of tea that I can dip my thermometer into, and then I can go, oh my god, my temperature's gone up to 99.1, 99.1, oh no, oh this is going to be so bad, so bad. Was that too over the top? I could never tell. Anyway, so, COVID shot time. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there that have got a bit of COVID hesitancy, and I can understand that. I'm hesitant to have it done myself. I don't really want it done. Is it going to work? I've no idea. But let's look at it like this. Until everyone's had both their jabs and it's next winter and we're still getting 1,000 people a day unfortunately dying of COVID, we're not actually going to know whether this bloody thing actually works or not, are we? So let's all give it a try and see. I mean, have I got reservations about it? Yes, of course I have. Is it going to make me grow 2 heads in about 10 years' time? Quite possibly. But what else are we going to do, really? I don't know. So, quite reluctantly, I'm going to have the jab. I'm not worried about the injection at all. I've had plenty of pricks inside me, so it really doesn't make much difference. Oh dear. Just a little joke there to, carry it on. So yes, so thanks for watching this video, and I'm going to now do the journey. Unfortunately, I haven't got any transport, but fortunately for me, it's not very far away. Yes, it's going to be a very long walk for me, but a very short walk for most other people. So yes, we are going to now go and have our COVID shot. Yes. So this should be fun. They probably won't let me film because it's a shopping centre, so they won't let me film possibly. But I will ask, and I will say that it's for YouTube. Yes, it's for YouTube. And of course, I am the Hookster, a famous YouTube celebrity. So who knows? They may relent and let me film, but I doubt if they will. So the next shot of me will either be a little bit outside of my hometown, which everyone knows where that is anyway. Yes, because I've put lots of clues to where I do actually live. Or the next scene of me could be back here again in the seat after I've had the COVID injection in my bottom. Wait, what do you mean it goes in your arm? That's not what my letter says. It says it has to go in my Bastards. Absolute bastards. Anyway, let's see what happens with the rest of the video. It's time for me to warm up my tea now, yes, and make sure my thermometer's working so that we can, get those views. Oh, wait a minute. Should we get one for the thumbnail? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. YouTube's such a funny place. And there's so many gullible people that actually believe it as well. Yeah. Most of them watch F1 videos. Anyway, let's continue on the journey that is going to be the Hookster's first shot at COVID. I hope my nurse is going to be nice. Yes, I'd like a nice 27-year-old blonde if that's possible. No, I think Dave's days of a 27-year-old blonde are well gone. But if she could be, then that would be really nice, because I'd like to get a shot from a 27. Anyway, let's just carry on now before we really do get a visit from the local constabulary. Hi everyone, so it's the next day and it's time to get the old COVID shot. Yes, really nervous now, really nervous. Yeah, I may put on this pretense of being not worrying about anything, but that belies the truth. Yes, I don't like being fiddled with. Anyway, so we will see what happens as our coronavirus vaccine journey begins. I feel like Mr. Bald and Bankrupt now. Yes. And look what we got here. Look what we got here. Look. Oh yes. I wonder if we'll find any Soviet sinks by any chance. Not a chance. Anyway, there may be no more filming from this point onwards. Actually getting it done, I don't know. I'll have a try. I might get some footage on my phone if they let me, but if not, I shall be returning back here to the volcano layer after the jab to tell you what my progress is and whether or not I've grown 2 heads. Yes, okay, so I will catch you a little later. Hopefully I'll get a few shots of my hometown. Not that anybody would want to know my hometown, but I'll get some shots anyway. Okay then, I'm only saying this to keep the nerves down. Ah dear, never mind. Well, hello there. Well, I've just had the jab. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me film in there, protecting the NHS, which is fair enough. So I've come outside and I've just had the jab. So here we go. And this is Chatham, everyone. Yeah, it's a complete shithole, but this is where I live. Hope you can hear me okay. And look, we've got an old steam engine, tram, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Look at that. Beautiful. The old Brook pumping station. Used to be a pumping station in there, you can just see. So there we go. This is Chatham. I feel like Bald and Bankrupt. I wonder if you'll find any of these Soviet sinks anywhere. Any Soviet sinks? Don't worry about the mask, I am outside, there's no one next to me. Just got the mask on for effect really, but there's no one about. So yes, this is Chatham, everyone. Yes, all its beauty. There it is, everyone. Beautiful Chatham. You can see all the deprivation right there. This is where I live, and I've done for the past 25 years. And here's some more of the famous Chatham deprivation right here as we walk along the back streets. And here's a bit more. It's beautiful. And there's a cat. Pussycat. These are the back streets of where I live in Chatham. It's a little shortcut to get home. And as you can see, the deprivation is real. It's only got worse since COVID. Okay, so been just over a day now since I had the injection, and what have been my side effects? Well, a little bit of pain in the arm. Didn't actually have any from the start, but now just a little bit of pain in the arm. But unfortunately, due to the fact that my immune system hasn't been really tested for quite a while, it's been quite a few years actually before I've actually been sort of, you could say, really sick. I had a feeling that having this vaccine was going to sort of make me a little bit sick, and yes, it did. But nothing too bad, nothing too bad. Let's go through the list of the actual sort of side effects I had. About an hour after the vaccination, I started to feel a little bit feverish, a little bit of chills, but that soon dissipated after about an hour. And then pretty much throughout the day, it wasn't too bad, but one of the other things that I have got is joint pain. Yes, I've got joint pain sort of everywhere, sort of fingers, toes, arms, legs, everything feels achy. So that's one of the symptoms that I have got. But overall, it's not doing too bad. Seems to be improving a little bit. But of course, the main sort of feeling that you do get is of complete exhaustion and tiredness, which I've had. I've been sleeping a lot, just taking it easy. Because, yeah, the tiredness has been pretty epic, it has to be said. And so the sort of, how would you compare this in sort of symptoms to a disease, basically? Well, it's felt basically like a mild flu. Yeah, sort of mild flu. Very, very mild. I had a sort of tiny bit of temperature for a little while. It was just a tiny little bit, though, yes. I didn't put me temperature gauge in the cup of tea just to make it look even worse. But no, just a little bit of a tiny temperature. But apart from that, nothing too serious. And now we're about a day and a half later, I think, after the vaccination. So I'm on the road to recovery. Yes, definitely on the road to recovery. Now, one thing you have to remember, of course, is that there's no actual COVID virus in the vaccination. Nothing at all. No. So you're not actually going to get COVID by getting vaccinated. All the responses that you do get are basically just your immune system waking up and saying, hello there, how you doing? Yes, long time. What's this piece of crap you're putting inside of me then? Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to build up some antibodies against it. And that's basically it. So, yeah, I was actually watching a YouTube while I was in my recovery. And he said, yeah, basically, it's, you know, you're going to get some of the symptoms of maybe a flu, but it's not going to go any further because obviously you haven't got cells that are constantly replicating and, you know, you're not going to get cells that are invading into your lungs and that's what starts the cough when you get a flu and stuff like that. None of that is present in the vaccine. It's just purely, you know, something that builds up your antibody resistance should you ever come into contact with COVID-19, which unfortunately is going to happen to quite possibly 99.9% of the population at some point, because COVID isn't going to go away. No, it's not going to go away anyway. It's out there, it's in the population, and it's going to be around for quite a few more years. Yes, I do recall reading that the 1918 pandemic was still prevalent in 1956. That was the last recorded case. So yeah, COVID's still going to be out there, and at some point, me, you, any other viewer who's watching is going to catch COVID. But of course, the main reason for the vaccination is to stop death. If we can stop death from this disease, it's all good. And we can stop that through basically making sure that everyone who's vulnerable gets vaccinated. And then we'll all be good. And hopefully we can turn this insidious disease, yes, it is insidious. I mean, we can't really blame it really because it's just doing what it does. It's a disease that replicates, and that's it. So we can't really blame it, but unfortunately it ends up in the results of quite a few deaths. But if we can turn this into a sort of disease that's like a mild flu in the end, then we've really got this virus on the run. And, you know, in years to come, there won't be any COVID testing because if it doesn't kill you anymore, what will be the point of testing? You know, it'll just be, oh, 1 week, oh, I don't feel well. So you could possibly have COVID, but you wouldn't even know because you wouldn't even bother testing. Because I'll say in a few years' time, COVID testing will be a thing of the past. No one's going to keep testing you for COVID if it ends up as pretty much just a tiny disease that affects you for maybe a week or two and then you get better. A little bit like a mild flu. That's the end game anyway with the vaccination, and hopefully that's what will happen. Now, of course, in any vaccination program, people are going to die. The population of the world is quite high. I think it's about 68 billion people now, and out of that, unfortunately, some people are going to have a reaction to the vaccine. They are going to die. But, you know, these things have to happen, unfortunately. It's just the way of life. With any sort of preventative measure, there are going to be a few casualties. Anyway, that's enough waffling for me. I just like to say that I'm doing okay, but I am taking it a little bit easy. Unfortunately, this might be the last video from me for this week. I'll try and get the all seasons out on Sunday. I've got a little plan for that, which may make it a little bit easier, but unfortunately the editing's not too bad. I can sit here and do that, but the actual commentary actually takes a lot out of me, if anyone knows, because basically my commentary style is basically trousers on fire. So yeah, it comes out pretty quickly, and it does actually take a lot out of me. So yeah, I might not be able to do that, but I will see what happens. I'll try and get one out for Sunday, but I don't think there'll be anything else out this week. Anyway, I'd just like to say, and also before I go, yes, look, I managed to blag an Easter egg from the Moaning Yorkshireman. Yes, I got it the other day. Thank you, Josh. I got my Easter egg, so at least I can chomp on that and recover and get constipation from all the chocolate. But anyway, thanks everyone. You've been awesome as always. The Hookster is now signing out after his first vaccination. Of course, we've got to have the second one. I think it's going to be in June sometime. I have heard that is going to be slightly worse. And of course, with this one not being too good at the moment, I'm expecting it to be quite a lot worse for the second dose. But there you go. Unfortunately, the Hookster I don't think would survive COVID, so that's basically why I had the vaccination in the first place. Anyway, you've been awesome as always. I hope you enjoyed my little journey through my hometown. God, what a shithole. It really is. Anyway, thanks. I'll catch you in the next video.